It took me 44 years to learn this and realize that I was doing it all wrong. I was going to record that video in here. I didn't have my beanie on. I swear I just put it on right now because I decided that even though it's cold and a little bit rain, no, it's raining. It's raining outside and it's cold. It'd be kind of cool to go kick it outside as I enjoy a little bit of lemon water, warm lemon water. Let's go outside. All right, it's chilly. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to hang out here, but this topic's a little bit embarrassing, but I think it's important to talk about it. It is chilly, because then hopefully it'll save somebody out there some time. Is when it took me 44 years to realize that I was a people pleaser. I didn't even know that existed. And I was 44, and I remember my wife Suhei helped me realize it. And she didn't straight out I say it all like, oh, you're a people pleaser. I actually figured it out because of what she said. It's like, oh, it looks like you were always scared. You just had this level of like anxiety. It's like, I don't have anxiety. Because I would always tell her that I would worry so much as a little kid, and well, what was your worry? It was like, well, messing up, or that when I wasn't good at things, not being able to memorize my times tables, not being able to do things 100% right for my folks, for my teachers, for my supervisors, for my coworkers, for my friends, for my everything. I mean, you take it back to, it kicked in probably like first grade. Like preschool, kindergarten, it was cool because there were sweethearts, right? The teachers are sweethearts. Lemon and ginger tea. So I was polite. I was, obedient. Followed the rules. Didn't get out of line. I was the perfect student in preschool. Expectations weren't, so high. But come first grade, kindergarten, I tore it up in kindergarten. But I think after she had said that, after she kind of helped me realize that, is when I started, like going back in my life and saying, hey, where did this fear of messing up and this shame and guilt of not being able to do things right come from? It took me a while. After that day, I think that when I was 44, that's when a big shift in my life happened. That I started like, okay, no, there's an unlock here. Something special happened with having that realization, and it's time to. This has been something that's been weighing me down. Because why is it that I've tried everything to better myself, but I'm always stuck? And this is it. This is the ticket. And that was a moment where I could take it back to the timeline and say, okay, that's when my life started to change, because I realized that was my mistake, and I started going in a different direction, and I started getting the comments and people noticing of like, hey, you've changed. It's like, that's what I heard that I'm supposed to hear when you start making progress. When you start changing things and you start to change, you notice them, but then it becomes undeniable, and other people start telling you, hey, you're not the same, you've changed. And some people may like your change, others may not. They may disapprove. I got both. I got some that were like, hey, right on, man, looks like you figured this out, keep on going. And then I also got the other ones like, man, you're not the same, you've changed. Like, I don't know what happened to you. Kind of like just even disappointed and hating a little bit, in a disappointing kind of way. And it was, both of them to me were like, yes, it's working. It was just reassurance that it was working. And I remember like specifically like, well, what do you mean people pleaser? It's like, well, because I would have shortcomings, I would find it necessary out of kindness, being the nice guy. That's why I noticed that a lot of nice guys, the guys that are really super nice, are usually like have no confidence or very low confidence. And this low confidence comes from having no discipline. That's exactly where I was at. That's why I talk about it so much, because I know the solution. You just have to go down the steps and start with the number one thing, which is your attitude. and everything else just automatically follows and starts correcting itself automatically without you having to put any effort, because really you can't do anything. The only thing you can control is your attitude, which changes everything, the whole direction. So I'm hoping these videos, when I talk about this kind of stuff, the mindset, the mental health, the knowing that you're in control of becoming the person that you would respect and admire, it doesn't take long. As long as you're in the process of growing, as long as you're in the pursuit of like changing yourself to be the better you, to be the version of you that you respect and admire, that's it. It's over. You've made it. You're on your way. It's just a matter of time, which you have zero control of. And unless something happens to you, you're on your way. Otherwise, you'd be going the same way you were going, which was a path of not growth, just exactly where you're at, stuck in circles, even just letting time go by because you're not making any progress. So when I noticed is those nice guys, I was one of those nice guys. So sweet, you're so nice. They almost have like they feel sorry for you. Other nice people are nice to you because they tolerate you. They know that, like, oh man, there's just something about you, you know, but you're really nice, you're really cool. That all comes with being the nice guy. Now you, the nice guy with low self-esteem or no self-esteem, which I considered, I had negative self-esteem. I would find myself doing things that I could do in order to like compensate for my failures, for the shortcomings that I had. Super nice to the teachers. Ass kissing. A people pleaser is an ass kisser. In a classy sort, in a classier sort of way. Not so dramatic, not so like straight out blunt where everybody notices, like, damn, take it easy. Even though I probably did do some of those too. Excuse me. Being extra polite. Not in a form, not to where it was exaggerating, but just enough where we make eye contact and I'd say, have a great day, have a nice day, good morning, ask extra questions, get there early. Like, all these things were in hopes to make up for where I was coming up short. Same with and this was true with all the with all the avenues, more so the ones where I was having challenges with, and those were the important ones, right? Like school, like I said, school, my loved ones, where they saw that, like, fuck, I'm not making it here because I had no discipline. I'd fail at things, I wouldn't make progress, but let me be super nice to you or do super nice things for you that I do have control of. And that was the ass kissing. That was the people pleasing. Wherever I would come short, I would do nice things for that group of people or those people to make up for not being able to do what they expected me to do. And that held me back for 44 years. I think it started, like I said, first grade. So I was like 6 years old. From age 6 to 44. That's the exact same thing I could pinpoint that held me back. So that means if I would have stopped being a people pleaser, I would have made more progress? No, absolutely not. Because then I'd just be like, man, you're not even nice, you know? You fail at the things you're supposed to be making progress in. You fail at these things that you're supposed to be doing good in. And on top of that, you're quiet, you're to yourself, or you're not even fun to kick it with. But we don't feel the need to have to like be kind to you. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the niceness I got from my peers and my teachers and some of my bosses was probably because I was the nice guy. I was the extra, the people pleaser, the ass kiss. Which is why I got maybe the raise, or I got the passing grade, or I got the things. You know, like I said, I got it's okay, you tried. And like it's not that I wasn't trying, I didn't get it. I wasn't good at it. I couldn't, as much as I did try. But anyways, if I was not the nice guy, then maybe I wouldn't have got the passing grade. I would have got the failing grade. Maybe my peers wouldn't hang out with me, and I'd be a loner. I wouldn't have any friends. I wouldn't hang out with the cool group of kids. I'd be by myself, maybe. Maybe I'd have a little bit more hate by my loved ones, a little bit more bitterness. So like, man, he's to himself, and he doesn't, do what he's supposed to do. And it all, so stopping the ass kiss, the ass kiss was like being a people pleaser was more of it's almost like a band-aid. It was covering the issue. It turns out 100% the issue was just lack of discipline. No discipline. And discipline doesn't mean have someone else make me do the things, because I had plenty of that, especially when I was a kid. And if anything, it just created like just frustration, just more like self. It was I really wanted to. I was always a pretty like coachable kid, obedient. I'd always follow the rules, especially in my younger years. I wanted to make it happen. I wanted to do good. I wanted to be good in what society expected us at that age range to be good at. I really did. It wasn't like a rebellion. I was like, forget you guys. I don't want to. No, I really did. And I would try my best, but I couldn't. And okay, I don't want to lose my train of thought. Where was I? So I was saying, what was I saying? I was saying if I were to have not been an ass kisser, I would have been by myself. So, the discipline. So, I would be forced, you must do this, you have to do it. And I was like, fuck, I'm trying, and it still wasn't any good. I guess they would see the effort plus a little bit of people pleasing, and that's when I'd get okay, it's okay, you tried. It's like, well, at least you saw that I really tried, It's not like I was wasting time or anything. Anyways, and even somebody who tries so hard, eventually you see, no matter how hard I try, it gets to the point where no matter how hard I try, I can't get it. And so you do get distracted. You do start wasting time. You start pleasure chasing. You start instant gratification. Well, doodling makes me feel better. Or drawing makes me feel better. We're playing with this tiny little, rock that I found, this little tiny pebble that I found right here, for half hour is entertainment. So there you go. That's instant gratification instead of focusing what I'm needing to focus on. But even though if I did focus on those things, I wasn't going to get it anyways, because I've been at this for days, hours and days already, and it's not going to happen. I mean, I was pretty aware. It's like, no matter how much I try, I'm not getting it. No matter how much I try, I can't do it as good as you want me to, or even good enough. It's never good enough. As I grew up, I had that mentality. And it was a lack of self-discipline. When I learned that part, it was like, oh man, because that just started like I said, it started the journey at 44. You were a people pleaser. It's like, what the fuck? That's right. Okay, so then I still am. Yeah, I am. It almost brought me to tears when I just that whole evening was like, oh my gosh, because I saw where I did it. In all chapters of my life, all the chapters of my life, from elementary school, middle school, even though I did accomplish a lot of great things along the way, nothing out of the ordinary of a kid growing up in Southern California. It's like, but it wasn't like as good as it could have been. I always knew I could have done more. Why can't I? And because at the things that I wasn't good at, that's where the people pleasing kicked in. But the things that I was good at, I skyrocket with those. I do really good stuff, which what I felt, and it goes back to the discipline thing, what I felt, or I should say it goes back to the people pleasing thing, the things that I was good at, the people around me that I would seek validation from didn't find it impressive, didn't care, or actually would hope that I wouldn't do it. Like, I wish you'd get past that phase already. It's like, but this is the coolest thing ever, and I'm really good at it, and I really enjoy it, and it's fun. Why do I even show you how better I got at it if you don't really care? So because I was seeking validation, that's another thing too. The people that I would really people please was the people that I was seeking validation from. The cool kids, the cool loved ones, um, my parents, my teachers, my uh, person in charge of the certain groups, coaches, um, committees I belong to, or boards that I would belong to. Like, okay, anybody that I need to get validation from that's saying, yes, you're doing good. That's where the people pleasing would come in. Especially, like I said, if I was having a shortcoming in any of the things that I was expected to do or be at a certain level that I was expected to be, because that's just the way the system went. It all comes down, if any of this rings like familiar to you, I'll tell you what the solution is 100%. Like, it comes down to discipline. And there's a lot of things that get fixed because of discipline. I'll go through them real quick. If you discipline a youngster, like, that's just you compressing him, which is necessary, of course. But if you teach the youngster how to discipline himself, he takes that tool with him the rest of his life. Now, he may go through his hero's journey and decide not to use it because he needs to find himself and get seasoned and scarred and all that good stuff that makes us who we are. Just like me being a people pleaser for all those years up till I was 44. Now I could talk about it with no notes, no nothing, no prompt, no nothing. I could tell you how to fix it off the top of my head because my notes is my life, is what I've experienced. I could tell you with feeling, with emotion on how it felt because I was there. So even that I don't regret. At the moment I realized that, I was like, oh my gosh, all these years, I can't believe that's so messed up. But now, as I in the last year that I fixed all this, and I was like, damn, that shit made me. I could help people now. I know I could help somebody fix it. That's if they want to do it. That's if they're ready. That's if they want to admit that they've been losing and they really want to win now. If they're not a know-it-all, which is another feature that I came well equipped with. If you want, once you surrender and you say, I don't know nothing, I'm going to take this from the people that have experienced it, that know what they're doing, that they've done it, they've got past it, they're bettering themselves, I'm going to follow 100%. And then in that same day, my life changed. A few weeks later, a few months later, what? Like that? So I know it's just a matter of time that everything that I want is going to show up, just like it already has. So the thing is the thing you focus on 100% is your attitude. It's also known as your frequency, your vibration, personal rate of vibration, your vibe. Some of the terms are thrown around a little too loosely now, but really it's just at the energy that you're vibing at, your energy, that your vibration at, your personal rate of vibration, your frequency. I try in my videos here to just use basic language or common language. So I turned it into, I remixed it and called it your attitude. You control the level of attitude. You either have a high attitude, have a low attitude. Now, if you're familiar with, frequencies and energies and everything is an energy, anytime I say attitude, just replace it with energy or frequency. Just so you don't think you're learning something new. It's the same thing. When I say attitude, I mean energy, personal rate of vibration, vibe, your vibration. It's all in energy. The way you're vibing. A high frequency, high vibration, or a low vibration. I call it attitude. Once I knew I had control of that, because I learned it. I learned about that. I was like, really? And so one thing is realizing, damn, I'm a people pleaser. Well, shit, I don't want to do that no more. How do I fix it? Just like not care, not please people. And it takes me back to like, oh my gosh. Then not only are they disappointed in me, but now I'm not doing super nice things to make up for my loserism, for me being a loser. What am I gonna do? Once you find the solution, which is work on your attitude, and this is how you do it. I was like, no way. Let me try it. Instant, like, this works. Now I'll give you a quick rundown just so we don't make this too long a video. I have plenty of it. Most of my videos I end up talking about this because it all comes down to attitude. It fixes everything. You want to fix something in your life? Attitude. That's it. Relationships, attitude. The way your body looks, attitude. Your health, attitude. Relationships with your neighbors, attitude. Financial issues, attitude. It comes down to that. Relationship with the source of creation, God, attitude. It all boils down to that. and you see it just start improving. It's like, well, how long is it going to take? Well, however time it needs to take, that's not up to me. That's up to the Creator. As long as I'm doing my part, because everything you have around you is the equal of your habits. The way your life is, your relationships, your health, your finances. What is it? Health. There are 5 pillars of life: health, wealth, love, spirituality, generosity. All those things, which is your world, are all dictated by your habits. If you don't like your surroundings, if you don't like the way you live, if you don't like your finances, or, you go through all 5 parts, because you could be balling, have fat wallet. You could have a great relationship with the source of creation, God. Your loved ones love you, your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever, they love you. But your health is no good. Okay, because you have poor health, you're not going to be here a very long time. What good is all your success if you're here a short period of time? You're not here till the fullest. You're not being grateful. You're ungrateful. You're not being grateful for the one life God gave you. If you were to improve your habits, guess what? You'd be fit. You increase your chances of being here longer. And what is under your control, which is taking care of this vessel, taking care of your body, you're doing so. You're showing gratitude to the source of creation who gave it to you. Thank you, God. Thank you for giving me this body that's allowing me to have life and experience this thing called life with all the loved ones that love me and I love them, and my successes. Let's say you are doing good in all the other parts. Now you can enjoy them more by being grateful about having your body that allows you to experience this life. Attitude. It goes like this. Attitude controls your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And those put together create your habits. You can have high habits, you can have low habits. High habits will create a high level environment, a high level world for you. Your world would be at a high level. Low habits will create a low level lifestyle. You want to improve your lifestyle? Change your habits, better your habits. You want to bring down your lifestyle? Keep your habits. Or you want to stay where you're at? Keep your habits the way they are. So you want to stop being a people pleaser. You want to stop losing. All you got to do is increase your habits. So all you have to do is go back. Again, you're just taking it back. Lifestyle, habits. That's feelings, actions. Actions, feelings, thoughts, attitude. What's before attitude? Your discipline, your responsibility, your curiosity to want to fix it. That's it. You raise your attitude, everything else, you don't have to do anything to fix anything else, because it'll automatically fix itself. That's the way it works. When I realized that and I started applying it and started doing it that very day, a few hours later, that moment I felt different. Exercise. They say exercise. I learned that exercise is the way you control your attitude. You start having the poor thoughts, the poor feelings. Here comes the poor actions. You either take part in the poor action, or you stop it right there. You go hit some push-ups. You go for a brisk walk. You do some burpees. Whatever you choose to do. I did at the time push-ups. To this day, I still do push-ups or burpees. I couldn't do a burpee. I was so overweight and had never done burpees in my life that I couldn't even do them. So I said, okay, we'll start with push-ups. I could do those, 6 or 7 of them. Now I'm, sets of 20, 4 sets of 20, 4 sets of 25. I've been doing them slow now to just create more full range of motion, slow, to just tear up more fibers and try to build a little bit more muscle. But that's for another video. The only thing right now was talking about raising my attitude. The moment I raised my attitude, the moment I did the exercise, which is the one of the most best way to show gratitude, because it's self-investment. I'm investing in my body and giving it what it needs, which is exercise. We're designed to exercise. I raised my attitude. What happened? My thoughts felt better. Man, it's just a whole hell of a lot more optimistic. Not that you tolerate things, you're just optimistic about them. You know that life happens for you, not to you. You feel better? I feel good. Your actions are better. Like, wow. Anything you do, from like your thoughts to the external, whatever you do, what could be an action? Well, I could choose to drink the sugary drink, or I could choose to drink the lemon tea. That's the action. Because why? Because you have the high attitude. Thoughts, feelings, actions. You start doing that for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, your habits will change. It'll turn into like, man, I have to exercise. To now, after doing it for a while, my habit is I exercise every day, twice a day, no matter what. It's gonna happen because I know how it's changed my life. The exercise changed your life? No, the intention behind it to raise my attitude. And everything just started appearing. I lost the weight, 45 pounds are gone. Like, I'll take it. I wasn't doing it for that, but I'll take it. Gained a little bit of muscle. I could see my abs. Hello. I wasn't planning to do that. It happened automatically. Matter of fact, you would have asked me in my 20s, will you ever have abs? I was like, no, they're too hard to get. I'll never get them. And even I contemplated surgery, a little lipo or whatever. I thought, I can't keep them. I'll gain weight like that because I love to eat, I guess. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any better. And to think that that's the first thing that appeared after losing the weight, down to work. Like, abs? What the? Now I'm even focusing on like, man, I want ab veins. I heard there was a bicep vein. I got that. Now I see some of the guys that I follow have some ab veins. I want those 2 ab veins. Those look sick. I wonder when they'll show up. I'm going to do my part. The creator will give them to me once I'm ready. So you want to fix being a people pleaser? You want to fix being being someone who's losing? Work on your attitude. How do you work on your attitude? Exercise. Anytime you feel down and out, anytime you feel like, man, this ain't working, man, I don't like feeling this way, man, my health sucks, man, I don't like the way I look, man, I don't like the way like I feel, I don't like the way people treat me, I don't like my surroundings, I don't like how I look, what I drive, what I have, what are this, anything. What you do for work, your job, you raise your attitude and you'll change the way you look at things. Because the things that you look at and the things that you look at will change because you change the way you look at things. Why? Because you're coming from a different lens. Why? Because that the way you look at things are action. That's your actions. Remember? Thoughts, feelings, actions. So you start with your attitude. Anytime you feel that way, go for a brisk walk. The intention of this walk is to raise my attitude. And you go till you kind of feel yourself just a little bit out of breath. Like, there you go. Hit some push-ups up against the counter in the kitchen or a table or whatever at work. Some push-ups. Till when? Till you can't. Till it's like, I can't no more. But before you start, remember, put the intention. This intention is to raise my attitude. You do that. And then a little while later, it could be 10, 15 minutes later, you're starting to feel down again. Go do some more push-ups. Go do some more push-ups. You do that for how long? Forever. For the rest of your life. And what'll happen? Your attitude will be elevated. You'll elevate your attitude. So that means your thoughts will elevate. Your feelings will elevate. Your actions will elevate. Your habits will elevate. Then your lifestyle will also elevate. But the people pleasing, the losing, happens like that. It doesn't take time for that to happen. That happens instantly. The moment you raise your attitude, that means you're working on yourself. You're working with the basis of gratitude. You're investing in your body by giving it what it needs, which is exercise. And you'll stop being a people pleaser. Why? Because you won't be losing. Because you're building discipline. Discipline to do the push-ups. Because there's going to be many times where, I'm running out of light here. There are going to be times where you don't want to do the push-ups. Because you're tired, because it's cold, because it's dark, because it's wet, because you just did some 5 minutes ago. But if you push yourself to do them, if you have the discipline to do them, if you make yourself do them, no, we're gonna do this. You're not gonna convince me not to. Old habits, these new habits are telling me I'm gonna go do that. Remember, your priority is to keep your attitude high. You go do those push-ups. You build discipline, and with discipline comes confidence. Someone who has confidence doesn't need to be a people pleaser because now you're just doing everything for you first. Like if you don't like what good enough is, guess what? I'm making it better. Why? Because I'm making myself better. So those things that you're not good at, you're going to start getting better at. But I try. No, the person who's trying is the person with low habits. So of course the result's going to be low. You're probably whining and complaining and saying you don't like doing those things. But the new you who you're creating because you're working on yourself builds discipline by doing the work, by doing the exercise when you don't want to do it. You're going to build your attitude. So that means those things that you're not good at, guess what? You're going to start getting good at them automatically. It's going to be the same project, the same thing, the same tasks that you're not good at, but your mindset's going to change. And you're gonna, even if you get just like 1% better at it, you're gonna be so proud of it. You're not gonna seek validation from anybody else, because all the validation you need is from you, because you have the discipline and you have the confidence and you know you did as good as you could, and you're not seeking it from anybody else. You're not seeking to impress nobody. The only person you want to impress is yourself. And that's the way you get rid of the just dead weight of people pleasing. If you're a people pleaser, if you're coming from a place of losing, if you're looking from a place of I can't do anything right, start working on your attitude and everything will change. Any questions, hit me up. I'll catch you on the next one.